viewers across Canada and around the world, my name is Joe Ehizode. Welcome to Platform Media Sports International. Today, we are going to talk about the suspension of FIFA president and his UEFA counterpart, Michel Platini. The Ethics Committee suspended them for 90 days. And a short while, my colleague Opone Anyamabo, OP, will be with me in the studios. We also talk about the CONMEBOL qualifying series. The matches have started for the World Cup in Russia in 2018. And the greatest of them all is that the Super Eagles of Nigeria, there's crisis there. The coach of the Super Eagles, Sunday Oliseh, and his former captain, yes, Vincent Enyeama, they had a big row in camp in Belgium during the week, and Enyeama was forced out of camp and he claimed that he has retired. We'll talk about the background stories in a short while when my colleague Opone comes to the studio. So our viewers in Canada, we say happy Thanksgiving and keep watching. I will see you shortly. Welcome back. My name is Joe Ehizode. This is Platform Media International Sports. I have in the studio my very good friend and colleague Opone. Opone, how are you doing today? Well, we're going to talk about the CONMEBOL World Cup qualifying series that have taken off in earnest. Matches were played over the week, and more will be played early next week. And the other issue that we'll be talking about again is the imbroglio that happened in Belgium between the Super Eagles coach Sunday Oliseh and his former captain Vincent Enyeama. But let me quickly give a rundown about the results in the CONMEBOL qualifying series. Uruguay and Bolivia played in Lima. Uruguay defeated Bolivia 2-0. Colombia hosted Peru. Colombia did use their home advantage, got 2-0. Venezuela hosted Paraguay but lost at home by 1-0. Chile hosted, Brazil was away to Chile and lost 2-0 to Chile. Argentina was at home against Ecuador without Messi and they lost by 0-2. Opponent, what is going on with Brazil and Argentina, the giants of soccer world?
What you see, you're talking about the perennial soccer nations. But things are changing. Brazil, Argentina have top players in Europe.
Yeah.
Chile, all have top players in Europe.
Okay.
So the gap is not that the gap is closed now.
Okay.
So right now the way it is who shows up, who appears, because they all have top players all across Europe.
Wow. Because it is unheard of that Brazil is losing by 0-2 to Chile. But again, let us not discountenance that Chile is the defending champion of South America.
Yeah, but Chile have a lot of good players.
Okay.
They have a lot of good players, so we can't talk Chile down.
Okay.
That would be too unfair.
Okay, thank you, Opone. Opone, there's no that better person that can talk about this issue because you played soccer in Nigeria in the 90s. And there's this crisis between Sunday Oliseh, the coach of the Super Eagles, and the former captain. I say former because he said he has retired, Vincent Enyeama. It was reported that Vincent Enyeama reported to camp in Belgium, and according to reports, Sunday Olise was addressing the players, and Victor Enyama raised up his hands to ask a question or to make a remark, and Sunday Olise asked him not to, and that was what sparked the whole thing up. And eventually, Olise denied that there was nothing that happened, and Sunday Enyama is saying that Sunday Olise insulted his the memory of his late mother. Of course, you remember that Enyama buried his mother just this last weekend. So, what do you think is going on? Considering the two versions that are on air right now, what do you think is going on?
From what we heard, okay, you can't take Enyama's side, neither can you take Olise's side.
But again, you heard from Olise in a short while on YouTube and all over the place. He said that he addressed the players, but Enyama came late. The players were supposed to resume on Monday. Enyama came late on a Tuesday and came late after the training session had finished. And they were having a meeting during dinner, and he addressed the players, told them about their body language, that which is not good for the match that was coming. And Enyama raised up his hands to say something. I guess as at that time, Enyama was still assuming that he was the captain. But Olise, from what he said online, said he told Enyama that there was nobody who was allowed to speak, and that was what sparked the whole issue up. Was it, from your opinion, after a coach speaks, is the captain or the most capped player allowed to say, or is it right for a coach to say, "I've spoken, nobody, no other person speaks"?
Olise is still the chief coach. He's still the coach.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot dispute that.
Okay.
But I want to take it from a different angle.
Mm-hmm.
From what I heard from my sources,
Mm-hmm.
that after the meeting, after Olise finished speaking, Enyama raised up his hand to say something.
Yeah.
Then Olise told him that he doesn't want any personal matter to be discussed here. That if Enyama has any personal to discuss with Enyama should come to him personally.
Yes.
But
and
now,
I heard Olise say that online.
But now the little this thing, what I'm thinking, how does he know Enyama had a personal matter to?
Yes, that is the crux of the matter. That's the crux of the matter. I was beginning to see whether Olise is very clairvoyant now to know what Enyama has to say, that he knows beforehand what Enyama has to say. And if he did know, that means there's something that is going on. Because he cannot say, because Enyama, I assume that Enyama has had some personal issue to say, so therefore nobody speaks after me. So everybody go to your rooms and nobody speaks.
Okay, let me say this. Olise is the chief coach,
Mm-hmm.
but there's something he said that really disinterests me.
Okay.
When he said, "I'm the coach, I'm the chief coach, and there's only one coach here."
There's no dispute about
There's
it.
no dispute there. He's the coach.
Yes.
We know you're the boss, but you can't be saying that to your players. Look at it from another way. You as the coach, you've spoken. If you finish talking, somebody can. Okay, you finish talking. Somebody has the right to stand up and say, "Oh, coach, what about this or what about this?"
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, and more importantly, it was your former captain. You don't know what he wants to say.
And the most capped player.
He must not play.
Yes.
You must come to his being him here. He might be the most capped player. But you say you don't like the body language of the team, okay? And you just address the team. If your captain stands up to say something, don't you think you should give him the chance to say something? Maybe he wants to talk on your behalf. Maybe he wants to say something to side the players.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what he wants to say.
But you shut him up.
You've been complaining that you don't like the body language of the team, of what is going on in camp, and your captain stands up, wants to say something, you just shut him up. I don't think that is fair.
Okay.
But at the same time, Olise, you're the chief coach. I agree. But you still have to respect your players.
Okay. But there's this argument online that Enyama is equally stubborn, just like Olise. Is it the case that both of them are uncontrollable? That Enyama is uncontrollable, Olise, who is supposed to be the leader, is disrespectful of opposing opinions? Is that the case? Maybe we assume that.
See, whenever there's smoke, there's a fire somewhere.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
See, all all this we're talking about now, oh, Oli said, they refused Yama to say this, Yama said this, or the. You see, something must have happened before then that we don't really know that will come up later. That will come up later, that's for sure.
I suspect that strongly because I don't think this thing that blew up now in Belgium started just with that argument over dinner.
Yeah, because when Oli say you don't want any personal matter, and
how did they know
from all sources, they're telling me that Yama said Oli said insulted his late mom.
Yeah.
You see now,
and I guess my producer is going to put the quote that Yama said when he said, there's something I want to take to the grave to my mother, not disrespect. And Olise said, oh, if you want to retire, don't lie against me, don't assassinate my character. My producer is going to put that on the screen so that viewers will see that, so that we can give an informed opinion, so that people can give informed judgment or whatever.
Yeah, because when he said that if you want to retire, if you want to retire, you can retire alone without even bringing.
But again, okay, what I want to ask you, is it right for you to choose a captain without telling the former captain, calling him aside and say, this is the way I'm going, you are about to retire, and this is my way forward. Maybe I'm not going to choose you as captain, but this is my reason. But
I have told you,
yeah,
there is no when you see smoke, there is fire somewhere.
But you can find some smoke without fire.
All the smoke somewhere. If there is no fire, then there's a charcoal burning somewhere.
Okay.
You see, all this is not something that just started in Belgium. It's something that has been on for a while.
Again, there's speculation over the place that there are some people who are still loyal to Keshi, and perhaps Olise is trying to dislodge them. What do you have to say about that?
You see, anybody can be loyal to Keshi. To me, it doesn't matter. Like I told you last time, when you tell me if a coach is not paid, don't you think it's going to affect his performance? I always say no. If you have passion for the game, no.
But again, as a leader, you are supposed to inspire your players. You are supposed to let them know where you are going. So to make the rules, and as a matter of fact, you don't have to show what you call dictatorial tendencies for your leaders to follow you. Perhaps you see, let's give an example of what's going on in English Premier League. You remember what Fabio Capello said about Chelsea, that the players are drained, and that's why Chelsea is not performing. If Olise coming in new, maybe his style of administration is different from Keshi, and players are used to Keshi being persuasive. Perhaps Olise is not that persuasive.
Yeah, but Olise have his own way of doing his own thing. Olise,
even when he's dictator, when he's a dictator,
that's his way.
Okay.
Olise can't adopt to Keshi's way. Okay. That might not suit him. That might not be good for him.
But persuasion cannot be wrong if you use persuasion rather than coercion.
Yeah, persuasion cannot be wrong, but it depends on who.
Okay. All right. You see, that's another issue. Nigeria qualification for the Nations Cup is threatened, and the World Cup, Russia 2018, is threatened. And if they continue like this, I guess the Nigerian Football Federation, led by Penny Kamaju, has a lot to do. And again, the incoming sports minister, which President Buhari will appoint, that's an agenda for him. He's got to settle the house that is burning. So that's the way it is, friends and colleagues. Keep our viewers, let me quickly say this, keep clicking that tab, subscription tab, because we need it. The crisis must have settled. And again, the other issue is that maybe perhaps before we meet again, Sepp Blatter is out of the FIFA presidency.
That's a wishful thinking.
That's a wishful thinking. Okay, here it goes. So that's it for now. Keep watching PMI, and my name is Joe Ehizode. I will see you next week. Bye.